But yeah, bro, like, what was you talking about, tweet? What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Zurielio. We is back with another video. Look, man. So look, we got some Diddy talk to be doing. You feel me? We got some Diddy talk to be doing, bro. So look, keep it simple. I want to say one thing before I react to this video. When it comes to reacting to like this, I understand the video's kind of old. Well, I understand the topic's old, but I like to listen. I like to watch constructive videos like this. You feel me? I like to watch videos where it's analyzed and put into a proper format for me to really understand what's going on. I wouldn't want to react to bits and pieces. I'd rather just react to the entire thing. You feel me? So this is why we're reacting to this. It's not even been that late since new shit has came up. It's been like maybe 2 or 3 days, and it's my reaction. So you know, it's either you like it or you don't. It is what it is. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video.
So at this point, it has been over 2 months since Diddy began to self-destruct. On the morning of March 25th, the world watched on as the walls began to be knocked down. Diddy's LA and Miami mansions had both been raided by the feds.
And we're still trying to figure out where exactly
Oh no, that's a big house. I ain't gonna lie.
P. Diddy is located.
Is there any sense of how long that could take after a raid like this?
It could take weeks, it could take months. And the reason why is because they gathered so much evidence. Was supposedly they gathered so many videos.
Did he hit the meanest? Like, he dipped so quick when these things was coming out. It's almost like he knew that these things were happening against him. So it's kind of crazy.
And laptops and also electronic
all this
devices,
should be taking place.
And they have to now conduct a forensic investigation of those items.
Videos of Diddy pacing back and forth went public, and it was even rumored that he was...
Huh?
Videos of Diddy pacing back and forth went public.
Yeah, because that boy's stressed. I be pacing back and forth too. It's like, what do you do? The proof is in the pudding. Sir, you're done. You're done.
And it was even rumored that he was hiding out overseas. Since then, things have definitely quieted down on the Diddy front. He had apparently returned back home. People had even seen him out in public. And like many other instances over the last 3 decades, it looked like he was once again going to be getting off the hook. After all, this is an extremely rich and powerful man who people have alleged was doing dirty, disgusting things in the background for quite some time, and he was still a staple in the entertainment and business sector of our world.
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you...
But I seen he was saying this, like, he be saying, like, daddy and shit. Like, bro. Any of the people that he was calling that, they should have called him out immediately. Because let any of my homeboys, any of my friends call me daddy. We is fighting, bruh, on sight. Because you're not gonna ever make me uncomfortable, ever.
You're scrambling and scraping.
No,
I like that.
You know, I'll be
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
Yeah, we party for my birthday.
That nigga scared. Fabulous, you scared, bruh?
Well, you came to my party.
You scared, bruh?
No, but me, you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
P. Diddy be wanting to party, and you gotta tell him no.
But now it looks like we might finally be getting just a little peek behind the curtain into the dark world of Diddy, as a surveillance video has now been leaked, and this apparently comes from the raid of his home from 2 months back, where you can see him physically violating his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a hotel hallway back in
I seen this, bro. I seen this on Twitter, and obviously it's good he blurred the video. Bro, she got, like, no woman should ever have to go through this. I know some people are gonna be like, bro, she's so beautiful. No, bro, it don't matter beautiful. It doesn't matter. No woman should be handled the way she was handled on, like this. He had one hand on the towel, other hand was doing all the work. You know how much strength you have to be dragging somebody left and right, punching them, and then kicking them when they on the ground laying down, bro? Come on, yo, this nigga needs to go to jail, bro. Like, I'm talking about straight jail, drop the soap, make his soap extra slippery so when he drops it, it's already like everybody knew that was gonna happen. Because, and he probably gonna like it too, so it's like, what's the point?
2016. Diddy appears here in a towel, and he continually throws her around like a rag doll, as she attempts to escape. The scene here is truly
Tough.
disturbing and really does make you think about what this man would be willing to do behind closed doors. When it comes to these two, they actually dated for over a decade, and you can only imagine the things she saw during that time period.
Nah,
After
for
this
real.
all came out, he would actually release a garbage apology video.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times.
He just looked like he do these shits. He do these things. And you gotta keep in mind, this man been around a lot of like allegations, like the whole Tupac, Biggie, like Diddy. I don't know his history. Obviously, I don't know him personally, but his history a little bit kind of like, I don't know.
In your life, sometimes you gotta do that. I was f***ed up.
And it's crazy because he's dropping this apology, but I swore he said that there are fake accusations on his name, that this wasn't true. So it's weird for him to now say sorry and then make up all these excuses like, oh, I was in the right state of mind. But you, the whole time, you knew what you was doing. I'm pretty sure you were sober. You just are a sick individual.
I mean, I hit rock bottom.
Rock bottom, put your hands
I
in
make
there.
no excuses.
Come
My
on, bro.
behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Why is it, but my thing, why is it now that the video released, is it now that you want to say sorry? You feel me? Like, now that the video was released, is it now you want to say sorry? You should have been said this. You should have been said this. You should even admit that you did something and apologize, because that would have been more respectable than you only now doing it now that the video was released. So it kind of looks like you're just trying to cop a plea.
And sadly, due to the statute of limitations, apparently Diddy cannot be tried for his actions that day. And of course, this incident is actually apparently
3 years. So after 3 years, if it's not talked about, then you can't do nothing.
Diddy cannot be tried
That's
for
tough.
his actions that day.
And Cassie, she took too long to expose this. But honestly, I don't know what was going on at the time. Maybe she had something against her, but it took a long time to expose this, because, man, let my sister, anything happen, like, bro.
Of course, this incident is actually one of many that was presented in Cassie's lawsuit against P. Diddy that she filed last November, where she sought damages over trafficking, physical violation, and physical abuse. And this suit would actually be settled out of court only one day after it was filed. And while she was seeking $30 million, there is no official number on where they would eventually settle. Of the many things Cassie would accuse Diddy of, the list would include home after she tried to leave him, often punched, beat, kicked, and stomped on Miss Ventura, resulting in bruises, burst lips, black eyes, and bleeding. Blew up a man's car after he learned that he was romantically interested in Miss Ventura, and that was alleged.
How you blow up somebody's car? Niggas don't blow up people's car. We may set shit on fire, but
Allegedly Kid Cudi, whose car he blew up, forced Miss Ventura to engage in sex with male workers while dating and filming the encounters, ran out of his apartment with a firearm.
Dude, what? Bro, he was on some kinky shit too, dude.
In pursuit of a rivalry industry executive whom he learns was nearby. This was allegedly Suge Knight, demanded that Miss Ventura to carry his firearm in her purse just to make her uncomfortable and demonstrate how dangerous he is, and introduced Miss Ventura to a lifestyle of excessive alcohol and substance abuse, and required her to procure illicit prescriptions to satisfy his own addiction.
Procure. Hold up. Let me research what procure means, because I feel like I know what it means, but the action of obtain or obtain. Okay, so
these two actually met back in 2005 when Cassie was only 19 years old. Apparently she got on his radar
19.
when he heard her first single playing in the club, and immediately became interested in signing her with his label Bad Boy Records.
I started hearing this record that was haunting me in the clubs, and it was, you know, it was Cassie's record, Me and You, and
hey, Me and You goes crazy.
and it was I would hear it everywhere I was at, and so I
Me
asked
and
him
You.
what record was that, and
Yes, be serious.
Exactly was Cassie.
At that time, Diddy was a wealthy 37-year-old business mogul with the Midas touch, as he was known for his keen ability to spot out and shine light on the next big
37 years old, talking to a 19-year-old. Yo, 37 ain't even old. You can find a good 25, 27, 28-year-old, but you jump all the way down to 19? Come on, bro. That's nasty, bro. That's
thing in
disgusting,
music.
dude.
He quickly rose up the ranks as the most powerful public figure in the hip-hop industry. Mr. Combs asserted complete control over Miss Ventura's personal and professional life, thereby ensuing her inability to escape his hold. He provided unprecedented avenues of success for the aspiring artist, but in return demanded obedience, loyalty, and silence. Within months of the two meeting, he would actually sign her to a 10-album deal, which in the music industry might as well be signing away a huge portion of your career as well as your life.
I wanted, Cassie.
At 10, wait. So does it mean that all 10 albums releases he owns? Huh?
Everybody to meet Cassie. Y'all know that's and hear the story directly from Mau Mau.
Her debut album would be an immense success, climbing all the way up to the number 4 spot on the Billboard charts. From here, she would be thrust into the spotlight of fame and everything that comes with it, a fast life of luxury that previously she could only dream of. Mr. Combs' recognition and glorification of Miss Ventura's naivety proved to set the groundwork for his manipulative and coercive romantic and sexual relationship with Miss Ventura, a woman nearly 2 decades his junior. Within a year of signing to Bad Boy Records, Mr. Combs became deeply entrenched in Miss Ventura's life, almost immediately asserting possession and control over her and inserting himself into
men like this. You gotta really avoid, bro, because this is what they do: asserting position and control over her life, asserting himself into all aspects of her career and personal life, bro. There's men
all
like
aspects
this
of her career
weird
and
shit
personal
like this.
life. And when Cassie first found out that Diddy was interested in her romantically, allegedly she was grossed out by the idea due to
who wouldn't be?
his father-like relationship he had developed with her at the time, and of course the very large gap in their age. It would apparently take 2 years, but eventually Diddy would get his way and become intimate with Cassie. She would officially enter his inner circle, and soon Diddy would have his fingers on every aspect of her life. All aspects of Miss Ventura's life were controlled by Mr. Combs or his management companies. Every event Miss Ventura attended, from the travel to the makeup and clothing, was paid for directly by Mr. Combs.
Bro, she was like, imagine how deep in you have to be. Like, she was literally deep inside of his dungeon, just trapped inside an endless cycle of anywhere you go. Imagine being stuck in the chamber and there's cameras everywhere, and you leave the chamber, there's more cameras, because he had that many people just on her. She damn near couldn't escape.
His affiliated companies.
Just shooting this Cassie video. See if we can find Cassie.
Compounding this all-encompassing intrusion into her life, Mr. Combs secured his control over the young and impressionable Miss Ventura by introducing her to a drug-fueled lifestyle that kept her complacent and compliant. Mr. Combs first introduced Miss Ventura to opiates around 2008, and would often have pills and other drugs out in the open like candy. Upon information and belief, Mr. Combs has been addicted to prescription painkillers and took ecstasy frequently. In this way, Mr. Combs exerted ownership over Miss Ventura. As another example of the ways in which he manipulated her, early on in their relationship, he asked her what she called her grandfather, and when Miss Ventura said that she referred to her grandfather as Pop Pop, Mr. Combs perversely insisted that she referred to him with that nickname.
Sick. Why? Why is he doing this, bro? Come on, man. Pop Pop? You wouldn't be called that? Because knowing that it references to her grandfather, bro?
Now that is the move of a true weirdo. Over the next decade, multiple times each year, Mr. Combs would violently Miss Ventura, leaving bruises on her body. After every instance in which he beat her, Mr. Combs used his money and power to orchestrate extensive efforts to hide the evidence of his abuse, including hiding Miss Ventura in hotels for days at a time to let her bruises heal. This is something that apparently happened time and time again, as the lawsuit does list multiple instances of Diddy putting his hands on Cassie, and even details the network of people involved in covering these incidents up. She was allegedly kept away from family, and was apparently even told to lie when questioned about these rumors of abuse. She found herself becoming numb to the abuse she was experiencing and became entirely beholden to Mr. Combs' demands. She began to blindly follow his instructions out of fear of again being on the receiving end of a vicious beating. By Mr. Combs' own admission, his relationship with Miss Ventura was like Bobby and Whitney, a clear acknowledgement of the unequal power dynamic and excessive violence that permeated their relationship. Her volatile and partner, who also owned her label and therefore held her future success in his hands, had fully exerted control over every aspect of her life.
Imagine trying to, you want to be famous. You want people to hear your music. You want people to hear just your voice. And you understand that in order for people to hear your voice, you have to take in physical, mental, verbal abuse consistently just so people can hear your voice. You have to be scared every day, and you have to eventually numb yourself to it just so you can continue to let your voice out. That's fucked, I swear.
So do you believe in love at first sight?
I do.
Was it love at first sight with your boyfriend?
It was a long time ago.
What makes you guys work?
Well, I think what makes any relationship work, if it is working, is, just not talking about it too much and just keeping it close to your heart.
Furthermore, within months of the inception of their relationship, Cassie claims that Diddy was already shelling her out to other men for his own pleasure. While in New York City,
I'm sorry. She just said love at first sight, but now it all goes away. She says it was a long time ago.
Combs told Miss Ventura that he wanted to engage in a fantasy of his own called prism. Mr. Combs said it would turn him on if he saw Miss Ventura with another. Basically, she's alleging that Diddy was in the corner watching. Mr. Combs began to call his arrangement a freak-off, or FO. He would repeatedly tell Miss Ventura at random moments that he wanted an FO, and Miss Ventura was eventually expected to facilitate the location and the hiring of the male workers. At certain points during Mr. Combs'
Wait! What? So you telling me that not only did he want a freak off, not only was he a cuck, he wanted her to find the men and find a location to do cuck work in front of him. Yo, first of all, what the fuck? I'm sorry for cussing, but dude, nah, that's nasty, bro. What the hell?
And the hiring of the male workers. At certain points during Mr. Combs and Miss Ventura's relationship, he would insist on FO weekly. Mr. Combs would appear
weekly? Nah. Huh? Yo, this man was bored, bro. And y'all tell me this man not sweet? This nigga is sweet. Cause if he doing this, imagine how bored he gets that he decides to do the next level of whatever it is.
Tell Miss Ventura that this practice was our thing and our secret. FOs would often take place in hotel suites, including at the Trump International Hotel in Columbus Circle, a hotel in Beverly Hills, the London Hotel in Los Angeles, the Intercontinental Century City, the Intercontinental Atlanta, the Intercontinental New York City. Is anyone seeing a pattern here? The One Hotel in New York and in Miami, the Mandarin Oriental Hotel in New York and in Miami, the Fontainebleau in Miami, the Beverly Hills Hotel, and Shutters on the Beach in Los Angeles. On one occasion around 2013, Mr. Combs had an FO set up at the Intercontinental Hotel in New York City, after which he was charged with tens of thousands of dollars in damages by the hotel.
Hell nah.
Upon information and belief, Mr. Combs' chief of staff, Tony Fletcher, paid the invoice charged by the hotel. Keep in mind, the lawsuit also claims that Diddy's personal assistants allegedly set up many of these encounters. And here is specifically the part where they talk about the hotel incident. In or around March 2016, during an FO at the Intercontinental Hotel in Century City, Los Angeles, Mr. Combs became extremely intoxicated and punched Miss Ventura in the face. After he fell asleep, she tried to leave the hotel room, but as she exited, Mr. Combs awoke and began screaming at her. He followed her into the hallway of the hotel while yelling at her. He grabbed at her and then took glass vases in the hallway and threw them at her, causing glass to crash around them as she ran to the elevator to escape. She managed to get into the elevator, and when she got to the lobby, quickly took a cab to her apartment. Upon realizing that her running away would cause Mr. Combs to be even angrier with her, and completely stuck in his vicious cycle of abuse, Miss Ventura returned to the hotel with the intention of apologizing for running away from her. When
That's
she returned,
stuck, bro. It's almost like it's not even Stockholm syndrome. It's almost just like fear of what could happen.
Hotel security staff urged her to get back into the cab and to go to her apartment, suggesting that they had seen the security footage showing Mr. Combs her and throwing glass at her in the hotel hallway. Upon information and belief, Mr. Combs paid the Intercontinental Century City $50,000 for the hallway security footage from...
I'm disappointed at that hotel too, bro, because no money should be able to buy abuse. Stuff was like nothing like this should be able to be bought. If I was the hotel, I would not take the money, because the hotel, I'm pretty sure they make good money as it is. I would have released this footage, because absolutely not.
From that evening.
And that's a shame on that hotel for even taking that money in the first place, bro. I'm sorry, but at some point, a lot of things in the government, a lot of things in the world, money can't buy everything, bro. And money gonna hide abuse. That's where shit gets cut.
Remember, guys, that's the footage that they're saying is coming from this raid. So who knows what else they had? Who knows what else is gonna leak? Of course, there's many other details of other incidents in this court filing, but if one thing is clear, it's that Cassie has PTSD from over a decade of the madness that went on with Diddy. Like, for her to be so close to him for so long, I can only imagine the things that she went through and saw firsthand. And to me, she has to be the one person that Diddy likely fears the most when it comes to his inevitable downfall. And for him to go on this apology video acting like this was some sort of isolated incident is just ridiculous. To me, this is clearly a disgusting monster of a person who feels like he can do anything he wants to whoever he wants without fear of repercussions. Furthermore, there must be several people within his circle who are guilty in aiding him in his quest for power over others.
I hate this.
Of course, there are tens to hundreds of other rumors about this man that I plan to break down as more comes to light.
I hate this
I'm
nigga,
talking
man.
about the Kardashians potentially being involved. I'm talking about him inviting the baby up to his room during the peak of his career that might have sparked those statements that he made on that Rolling Loud stage.
I was at a party at Diddy crib. Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people he had put him out, but he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
Either way, I will continue to keep you guys updated on the Diddy situation, so y'all make sure you subscribe. Of course, I also want to thank you guys for watching today's video, but as you guys know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and some other viral news out here needs to be covered, so I'm out.
Hey man, look. Hey man, none of this shit should be happening to nobody. First to her for even making it out of that, and I see she's happy. She's living her life beautifully, got her husband, and I love that for her. You feel me? Nobody should go through that, honestly. But yeah, without further ado, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys love it. Be sure to like, subscribe. My socials are down below. Go ahead and click on those, hit those. I post on them. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching, and please, I will see you on the next video. Peace.